Hey everyone, so this is my dream project that I did this semester. So I am a math teacher, so I focused on a seventh grade math unit that talked about equations and expressions and solving one-step, two-step equations. So I first started, chapter 3 was broken up into a couple different sections. For this project, I just focused on 3.2, which was about solving one step and two step equations. So that's what I focused on. Before I get into the project, I do want to show just what the work looked like or the assignment looked like before I did any of this, just so you have a visual of that. So let me go. So this is it right here. So basically all it is just a bunch of like worksheets that a teacher could use in any way, but I wanted to make sure that when I did my project, I made sure that I really made it more interactive. To me, this would totally cause a kid to go to start freaking out and everything. So, um, that was just a big focus for me. I just wanted to make sure that it was visually appealing in a way that wouldn't cause cognitive overload. I wanted to make sure that the directions were clear. I also wanted to make sure that there was built-in self-assessments throughout the way to keep students accountable for their work. So this is more of what it was. So as you can see, just super, super basic, not very visually appealing, kind of overwhelming for a student, for a teacher. So just so you know where I'm going from, this is what I had to go from, and then I'll show you what um, I switched it to. So again, this is my dream project. This is the homepage. So the thought is that this would be used in conjunction with the teacher teaching. This isn't just throw it at the kids and they have to figure it out. The nice thing about this, though, is that a teacher could use this kind of in any way that they want to. So if the teacher wants to assign this as a self-guided, as long as they do enough scaffolding ahead of time, they're good to go with the students being able. It's the students would be able to do it, absolutely. I personally would use this in a way that the students would follow along. This is extremely helpful now in remote learning that students can follow along on their screen. There's interactive activities and all of that. So on this homepage, I wanted to make sure there were some instructions. So click the lesson we are on, browse over the topic, vocabulary, and I can statement, open the Nearpod presentation, and wait for the class to start. So those basically were the three instructions. And the idea is that students would do this enough times that they would get it. They would know, today we're on lesson 3.2a. I'm going to click on that. It pulls this up. While they're waiting, they should be exploring this area right here, talking about the lesson topic, key vocabulary words, and the I can statement. So just to go over this one, so this is modeling and solving equations. That's just the lesson topic. Here are the key vocabulary words. I wanted to make sure that I linked these to a very friendly definition. I love math is fun. A big thing I wanted was to emphasize more on vocabulary words. I think it's necessary that students know what we're talking about. So when I say what's an equation, I want every single hand in the class to be able to be raised and answer that question, opposed to just, oh, I think I know what an equation is. So that was the idea with this. I really like math is fun. I think it's super friendly for the kids. And then from here too, they can explore everything the website has to offer. So I did that with all the vocabulary. So equation, expression. And what's nice about this, they have their visuals, they have the written words, they have examples. So I really, really like this. So again, ideas, they'd come here, they'd go over those words. So when we come on as a class, they're good to go. Also included is an I can statement. Um, then they will scroll down, they'll see the Nearpod presentation. I love that with Google Sites, I could embed it right there. I think that's a huge thing, making sure that in order to be the most successful, I think the students need to be set up for success. And I think it's too confusing having 100 different links open. or tabs open. So I just wanted everything to fall right on this page. So when we are doing 3.2, this is where they are. Just to scroll down a little bit further, and I'll talk about this after I go over the Nearpod. This is another game. And remember, the way I'm using this is the students are doing it with me. So at this time, they'll be on the screen as well. Um, so just to kind of go over this. So I love Nearpod. Basically, for those that don't know, you create a Google slideshow just like you normally would, and then you get the add-on of Nearpod, and in it you can add a bunch of different elements, interactiveness, assessments, videos, games. I love it. I think you can do everything that new media technology encompasses all through Nearpod. I think it's amazing. I love it. I use it all the time. Um, so that that's a huge thing for me, and I found great success in it. So I definitely wanted to use that in this. And just, I mean, just going from here, from what I showed you in the previous, what it previously was, I just think it's a huge difference. So just kind of going through this quickly. So this is the first part of Nearpod. So before we begin, how would you rate your ability to solve one-step equations? So the students, I mean, they're seeing this on their screen. They pick an answer, they hit next. The nice thing about this, they can't see the other students' answers unless I were to show them. So me being the teacher, I can see all of the results. The students cannot, but I can see that Allison is not feeling great about that. So that's going to help me differentiate the lessons as well. And if I broke up into different small groups, I would be able to focus on the students that their comfort level wasn't as high as it should be. I think this is also a good thing to use if students are messing around or whatever. Pull that up and say, look, I mean, 75% of you say you need practice with this. I'm doing this for you. I'm trying to help you. So I think you can use it that way as well. Just kind of going through the slides so a little bit more, you're able to just pull up videos. So that was another big thing I wanted to change, is making sure that there's different ways to appeal to the different type of learners I have. So this is one step. In two-step equation videos, you just press the video and it will pull up in another tab. Nearpod's nice too because it has a bunch of videos already in the website. So you can pull them in from YouTube, absolutely, but Nearpod actually has its own, which are great. Moving forward a little bit more, so here the idea is that students would kind of solve these problems on their own on a sheet of paper. Depending on the equipment, we have Chromebooks, so those aren't really, the kids can't write on those. If you are one-to-one with iPads, you could make this so the kids could write right on the screen. So I would use paper and pencil, but you absolutely could use the technology for that as well. So the idea is they'll get their answers, they get to play this little game where they come and try and match the letters. They obviously would know what they got for the answer, so it'll be easier for them. But basically that just allows the kids to have keep them accountable and all of that. So make your own act of contrition as part of the service and a pledge to grow in your faith. So this then is, I just wanted to include also the written out work so that students could see that. Just going forward in the lesson, this is a collaboration board, so this is really cool. So you can't see it right now because I'm in the incognito, but you can actually have the students kind of work together on a collaboration board, which is cool. Some modeling, short video again, an open-ended question so the kids can just write in their answer and they can check it right there. So if they hit 5, submit, and again, they can't see the answer using that, but I can as the teacher. And therefore I will be able to say, and remember, I'm doing this with the kids, so it's not just that they're left on their own with, oh, X is 5, I don't know if I got that right or wrong. We'll sit there and we'll discuss it. But I just want to get the kids' answer so that I see everyone's, opposed to just hearing the 1 or 2 kids that want to answer. So just going through again, you can see kind of the different features, another open-ended. Another open-ended. Okay, so then your homework. So again, the kids will do this on their own. It will be scaffolded so they know what to do. They'll do all the work on paper and pencil. Um, and then this is the end. So this is time to climb. This is a cool. So basically, choose your character, whatever. Hit next. Yeah. So it's a game. It works with the kids side. So that's kind of the Nearpod lesson, and then also there's going to be games available for each lesson as well. Just again to appeal to different learning types. So this is just a game I found that will help the kids. So that's kind of it with my project. And then again, I have this I have for every lesson. So 3.2b looks the exact same. Nearpod with a game underneath, and then the vocabulary words, and again 3.2c, same exact thing. So the idea is that the students will get used to this. The nice thing about Nearpod though is that you can really change up each lesson. So the kids aren't going to get bored. They're going to be able to see a lot of different elements and aspects, which will keep them excited and motivated. So that's my project. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions.